Let's get to the heart of things now. Yes campaigner Michael Long joins us live. Michael, thanks so much for your time. Why are you so involved in this Yes campaign? Why should we vote yes?
Well, it was 19 years ago we did the walk. It's at a time when, obviously, John Howard was obviously the Prime Minister of this country when he abolished ATSIC. And it was 19 years ago. That's why we walked. Where was the voice? Where was the vision for Indigenous Australia? But more importantly, where's the love? And now we're here, nearly 20 years on, still debating and discussing the same things. And obviously it brought our 20th year anniversary forward in line with the referendum. It resounded, it echoed what we talked about nearly 20 years ago. So this was why it was important for the long walk to support the Yes campaign this year, which we're, the last few days we've started our trek from Melbourne Town Hall, and obviously we're here at Broadford here today and on to Seymour.
And have you felt that love along the way, Michael? What are people saying to you as you've made this walk?
Yeah, we've had great support from the very beginning. Obviously, not everyone agrees with this, and we've got to remember this is a referendum. This is not an election. And the sad part about it is that, it's about the people. It's about the people voting with their heads, but also voting with their hearts. And we need to change what's not changing at the moment. We're talking about all these things we face as a community in the Outback, about the disadvantage, obviously about closing the gap, and we haven't done that. It's actually widened, but we need to do something about that now, and it's time, and those discussions need to be had at the highest level.
You're right, Michael, not everyone agrees on this, but why are you so passionate about the yes vote? What do you think it will change for the lives of those little kids growing up in some of these remote areas that really don't have a great chance at life right now?
Yeah, well, it's about the mortality rates. It's about the education. It's about the life expectancy. Those are the key things that we're on about, what we spoke about 19 years ago. And it's sad that we have to do this over again to put Indigenous issues back on the national agenda. And I think it's time as a nation, we need to come together. It's not about dividing the nation. The Uluru Statement's not about that. It's an invitation by Indigenous people who were representatives at Uluru at that time, saying to the government, this is what we'd love to see for the future, and this is why the referendum has come about.
Michael, what happens if this fails?
Well, I'm optimistic like everyone else. We've got to move forward as a country, and I think in my lifetime, I'd love to see this happen, and I don't want to be talking about this 20 years ago into the future if this is the way that if it's going to come out. But you've got to be optimistic. I think Australians are better than this, and we need to leave this country in a better state, when we do leave. So it's about our children, our grandchildren, about our communities, a representative and a voice, more importantly. If we're ever going to get anything right as a nation, we've got to work together.
And as a star footballer, Michael, what do you feel about the AFL, other football codes, sporting codes getting behind the yes, corporate Australia doing the same? Do you think that's a help or sometimes a bit of a hindrance?
Well, we're all part of this great country of ours. We all have an important role to play. I mean, my parents come from the stolen generation, so any decision as a child has been made by government. Now there's an opportunity to go away and do this collectively. And I think the last walk we did in 19 years ago, there was a lot of great will. But now it needs action, and that's why we're walking to Canberra, and the people have joined us along the way. This is the way you can show your support. This is the way you can be actively involved with the long walk and the Yes campaign.
Well, I hope you got some comfy shoes and some sunscreen, Michael. It's good to see you this morning, and we appreciate you pausing for us.
No, much appreciated. So please join us along the way, wherever we are, but you can follow us on the long walk as well. So thank you.